Sheep. The ones that got away. Oh, they've put new non-slip matting on this bridge as well. That's handy. It's all brand new bits of wood, look. It's all been brand new repaired. So we spent some money just recently on this area. Right. Now I could get, like I say, I could get corn through here because I went halfway up the hill and I pulled the wire fence up and I got up underneath. But I don't think I could get bait to jump over. And these hooks, pain in the ass. I struggle getting this open. I had the same problem last time. You kind of get the hook up twisted high enough for to get the actual hook because it's got that stupid lip on the bottom. Luckily it just comes straight out there. Right, now I close it off just to make sure no sheep get away up here. Now I'm sure I went up here about 6 to 8 feet and then I could pull the wire fence up and get corn underneath. Oh yeah, but wait. I mean, because it's cruel to try and get them to jump over wire, because when they jump to put their front paws on, they've got nothing to get a good support for the legs to kick over. And I don't think you pull the wire. I suppose I could pull it up, but by the time I get them underneath, you'd be struggling like hell, wriggling about. Right. I climb over this turnstile. Of course, one of them, if you slip, you'll be singing soprano if you land on your crown jewels. Oh man. Right, oh, and follow this sheep's trail. Oh, there's a steep bank getting up here. Oh, slipping now with being wet with the morning dew. Right, let's turn round. Point back where I've just come from. So I'll come all the way down the road to that barn, drop down a little bit, and you can see the marker post on the edge of the road. Follow the sheep's trail along to the bridge, cross over the bridge and climb over the turnstile. Then you just got to follow this sheep's trail right away along to the other side to where the two burdens meet, like I say. Then you've got to try and get across the water without slipping down into it. That's the trick. Oh, you're putting out, man. Right, so this takes you quite high above the burn, and further on there's like landslide areas. So there's one time I came along here, it was just thick with snow, and with it being on a slope, I was having to dig my ankles in to get a grip, so I didn't want to slip all the way down there. Scary time that was. This was 18 inches of snow along here, so I've come along here in all weathers. So as you can see, it's not a very good path. It's not a wide path. It's just what sheep cut in when they've been walking along here. I go across the top of the bracken here and the ferns and start dropping down a little bit past the landslide area. Just take my time because I don't want to slip, start sliding down there. Right. Right, here's the landslide area you come across, where it goes around in a half circle. It's not too bad at the moment because it's all dry and it's all tufts of grass that you can put your foot into to get a grip. Oh, way. Oh, little bits of sliding there. Right. I'll wait until I get on the flat again so I can stand up. Right, so DAVIDSONS LINN waterfall is just round that next bend. But to get to it, like I say, you've got to go off to the right, cut through the fence onto Salters Road, which is just behind those trees, and the road brings you back along and then drops you down to where you go across the wooden bridge at the bottom, and then you walk back along towards the top of the waterfall. Right, so you can see the path starting to go downhill slowly, and it takes you to where the two burns meet down there, look. So I hope I can find a place where I can easily get across, because it's been raining. The stream will be deeper and running faster, so it'll be a little bit wider as well for to step across. What I normally do is put my foot in some stones halfway across, make sure I've got good footing, and I stand up and then I launch myself across to the other side on the shallows, and then just step up on the embankment or put my knee down and lift myself up. It's obviously a little bit awkward walking along this side of the grass here because it's on a slope. I mean, there's the path down there, but it's just so thin. It's just a sheep's trail where the sheep follow each other along it. So as you can see, it's all on an angle, and you don't want to be starting to slip down there. So if I've been away from the car for 3 hours, that means I've got 3 hours of time-lapse photographs and stitched together. Gives you about 3 minutes of film time to stitch together, because that's basically what you're doing. It's taking a picture every 3 seconds, then when you take it, you play it back, it's joined all the pictures together to give you 3 minutes of a video. That's how it works. I started off with a GoPro 7, and the GoPro 7 didn't do time lapse. You had to use you had to go into that program where you put all your photographs in and stitch them together before you made a video. But with a GoPro 8, it does it for you, just in time lapse mode. So it just makes a video for you already. So you just upload it to your computer. I just keep coming up off the path when it starts getting a bit more awkward. Stepping in these bits of grass tufts to try and get a step up. Right, another bit downhill now. Sometimes this can be awkward as well after rain because it's all muddy, slippy, wet. Once again, you're high up from the water here, so I'm just taking my time. I don't want to slip down there. I've not taken my eyes off the path either to look down there. Just making sure I keep my footing. Right, so you can see the path going down to the bracken now. Right, now I can turn around and point my camera down. So this is Usway Burn. That one coming around the corner, and I can't remember this other little one that's coming to join it just there on the corner at the Y junction. Right, through the bracken. So this is an awkward bit, and to get across the two streams where they meet can be awkward as well when you're trying to stay out the water and looking for the best place to step across. I mean, it's obviously made worse for me because I've got balance issues, but when you're fit and able and not disabled like me, it's pretty easy because you just pick a good stone, step onto it and then launch yourself across, because it's not really that wide, but it's just keeping your balance so you don't slip in the water and your leg goes down into 18 inches of water. Now it starts running over the top of your boot, so your feet and boots are soaking wet for the rest of the journey going back and uncomfortable. Right, gently downhill now. So I'll be putting this bit of footage on me walking Northumberland Facebook group to show people how to get along to get the Davidson's Linn waterfall. Just to show them the awkward bits. So what I do is I just take little clippets from the videos and make it into about a 3-minute long video. It's just what I call a short. And just put the highlights in, like crossing over the bridge, climbing over the turnstile, and sort of walking along this awkward sheep's trail. Right, so there's a bit of mud and water here. It's one of those cases as well, it doesn't matter if you go low or high, it's just completely swamped. But you can see where people have been using the grass flattening it for the walk, use it as a bridge to get through all this mud and water. Whoa, whoa, nearly lost my balance there. Right, that's because we've been having rain. It's obviously run down the hill and settled in that area just there. Right, the path's quite easy now to get to where the two burns meet. Just to the top of that hill it can drop down. Then just look for the easiest and best way to get across for you, where you feel comfortable and safe enough to do it. There's sometimes when I've come along here, I've ended up on the wrong bloody path. Just look like you've got to go high and across the top of that brown bracken and ferns. And then that single tree that's grown out the rock there, you've got to be above that. So you've got to go through that bracken and go up higher and go past where the landslide is on the way back. Right, so before I get to the two burns where they meet and cross over, then you can see the trail going up the side of the hill, and then you can see the track going off to the right. You go up that old grass track and get to the tree line, and then you follow the old grass track right along to the end of the trees, and then there's a gap in the wire fence where you cut through all where the trees have been knocked over and set alight by some idiots. Then you cut through them and get up onto the stone track, which is behind these trees, and then you turn left and come back on yourself, and it brings you to this corner where you drop down to the waterfall. So I just thought I'd show you that while I'm here. So you can see the track going up to the right, look. That's what I'm going to be doing. Crossing over the burns and heading up the old grass quad track and follow that tree line right the way along. Right, this is where I drop down to the water's edge. Right, so I keep crossing over by these boulders here. I put my foot where I can like keep it safe, wedged between the two rocks, and then I can step over once I launch myself forward. So I keep going forward direction, not stepping back and stepping in the water. And then you've got to do it all again when you come back this way. Now, some people go along there because there's a waterfall at the end of it about 75 yards up. So they walk along this side, then there's a big stone in the middle of the burn. They step onto that and step over to the other side, and then walk along the other side of the embankment, and you can get close to where the waterfall's coming down. It's about 6 to 8 foot drop. It's quite nice. Got a splash pool at the bottom where you can go in for a dip if you're red hot. Right, so I think this is where I stepped over last time. This is where I put my knees on the embankment. I'm not quite sure how I did it, like. Or was it there where I stepped over? I'm sure like I used these boulders to get across there, I wedged my foot in between the big one and the pink one. Then I just launched myself and put my foot in that shallow, and then I could climb up dead easy. Because as you can see, it's deep there. Oh, whoa, whoa. My balance is terrible. Now I look at these places as well. It's one thing getting across, but if the embankment's high on the other side, you can't scramble up quick enough, and you might end up slipping back down into the water. Now, if I could jump, which I can't because I'm disabled, I could just probably like stand on the side and launch myself and get across. Yeah, so people go along there, like I say, they go halfway along, then there's a big huge boulder in the middle of the burn. People just use